This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K, Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Louisiana Fish Fry Products, Demco, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome to Paradise, Louisiana. This week's edition of Paradise, Louisiana. Here we are back. Superior Bait and Tackle on Seagan Lane, and this is the place to be. You want some information. I'm telling you what, the people walking in and out on a Monday morning, it's unbelievable. Some of the reports I get when I'm here. So, look, we had a busy week. Just because you see me by myself don't mean we ain't busy, but can't be everywhere. We had a couple of events this past week, and we just couldn't cover all of them between funerals and things that happened. Catholic High Rodeo was past week. I'm going to apologize, y'all guys, Catholic High. The first one I missed in a long time, the Alumni Rodeo. So if y'all watching this, y'all go tell all those people. I'll show it next week. Give me the results of some of the highlights. Send me some photos. Just couldn't get anybody there this weekend. We had a lot of personal things. So the things that did happen, we're opening frog season, okay? Midnight, Saturday morning, midnight, Friday night, whatever you want to call it. My good friends Tom Mann and his son Mason, Brett Walsh, and Grayson Walsh made a trip. Couldn't hardly find a landing. We left Baton Rouge at 10 o'clock. And we just knew we was going to be able to get in a spillway. Even though the water was high, we had to watch out for the red walsh. But everywhere we looked, the landings were blocked off, water over the road down the levee. So we wound up at Jack Miller's. They had about 4 or 5 other boats there. And a 3-hour trip, I got you some video. I'm not going to say it was a black cloud day. We could see the stars in the skies, but the water was so high. But the frogs we caught, you wait till you see, they were big, and they were big. And we learned a lot. Now, the frogging trip, this guy here, he must have caught over 1,100 frogs last year. He was sending me. He just loves it. He gets in his pro drive or other mud boats, and he goes. And he's a hard-working man. He got 2 speeds, wide open and sleeping, so you're going to enjoy this trip. We're going to revisit the Frog Dog. That's a legendary trip. Video by Brian Briggs and them took over 30 years ago, okay? We've been showing for the last 5 or 6 years, off and on, every now and then. It's on YouTube, the Frog Dog, the most amazing things I ever see. I also heard from Brian, he has one where they pole fishing for frogs, okay? I've been hoping to get that. We'll see it pretty soon, maybe in a few months. Now, we got a tournament report, a bunch of big events coming up this coming weekend and this month. We got a short news report and an extensive fishing report. So stay tuned. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana. This week I'm all by myself.
I'm Brett Favre. As a quarterback in the NFL, if I didn't stay focused, I ended up on my back or worse. Even the smallest distraction could make a good play or offensive drive come to an end. When you're in a car, the smallest distraction could end much more than a drive. It could end someone's life. Just like I refuse to lose on the field, I refuse to lose someone I love to distracted driving. And you should too. Focus on the road. Don't drive distracted. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance.
All right, and stay tuned with us for more Paradise, Louisiana.
Benny's Unlimited Wash Club memberships start at $14.99 a month. Wash, rinse, and repeat every day. Join Benny's Unlimited Wash Club at one of Benny's 7 locations.
The perfect event calls for the perfect spread of authentic Cajun cuisine. And Catering Cajun has the planners, packages, and chefs to ensure your event is long remembered. For weddings, corporate lunches, or anything in between, give us a call.
Hi, I'm John Jackson, and you know we always say we gather our groceries out the bayou. Whether it's freshwater, saltwater, catfish, redfish, you have tons of choices when it comes to fish in Louisiana. But when I fry fish, there's only one choice, and that's Louisiana fish fry. My new favorite, the Cajun fish fry, has the perfect amount of cornmeal, corn flour, and the perfect mix of spices that really bring the heat. Hey, if you're craving Cajun, go look for the bright red bag at your local grocers. Bring home the taste of Louisiana with Louisiana Fish Fry.
Back to frog season. Opening up July the 1st, 12 midnight. Let me tell you what, I done told you all what went on. Here you go, take a look at this. Out of Jack Miller's Landing, with the frog man himself, Tom Mann.
Brett Walsh, Baton Rouge.
Grayson Walsh, Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Mason Mann, Baton Rouge.
Tom Mann, Baton Rouge.
What we doing, Tom?
We're gonna go out here and go try to do some frogging tonight. This is the only place we can find we can put in. The water's so high right now. Don't know what we're gonna see. You know, give it the best.
That's it?
That's all we can do, you know.
How many frogs you caught last year?
Last year, about probably 1,100, 1,200.
I see many of them on the table.
Oh yeah.
We ready to go? If you're watching this is Jack Miller's. This is the only place we've been riding. Is it midnight yet? What time is it?
It's time to go.
It's about 10 minutes till.
10 minutes?
Yes, sir.
We're getting ready to hit the water. We can catch our first frog.
Let's see what we can do.
Yep. Well, I ride my bicycle.
Yeah.
He talks about me. Hey, did you unhook me in the front?
Yeah. 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes.
Yeah, water's high everywhere. Bad. It's gonna get higher too, a little bit higher.
Oh yeah. Stay right, and then go follow the bank once you get around it.
Y'all watch them walk now, I'm not lying. Watch them anacondas.
Where you at? I don't know. There's a tree. Oh, there ain't nothing back here. Where you at? It ain't here. What? Go backwards. That's the worst, dude. I don't know.
Keep them lights steady.
That's such fun.
I'm not seeing it, Bob.
Don't make me drunk with them lights.
You don't see a frog at all. Yeah, that's right.
Be on the edge of the grass.
It still works.
You gotta work for it.
Let's stand right there. beer can. I don't want to do that.
You got him? Yeah.
Which way you want me to go?
That way. He's over here. He's right here.
Somebody kill me. Something, Slim. You see him? Hey, he's gone. Huh? He's gone.
Watch it before you jump.
All right, give me gas.
Y'all hold steady. I got the camera on him now. Don't get in the way.
Are you gonna go?
Hold him under the camera.
Let me see what you got, man.
First one tonight.
Hold on.
There you go.
First one. That's a big one.
That's a
Hold
good
on.
one there.
Keep him on. Hold him. Look at me. There we go.
There
Hold
you
him
go.
on. Get your light off my eye. There you go. There
That's
you go.
it. Big old bullfrog.
That's a big one.
In the bucket he
coming.
goes.
We ain't going home with something tonight.
Don't let him jump. Keep your light on him. Right over his shoulder. Ooh, that's a big frog. Go to your left. Go to your left. Don't hit the tree. Shh, be quiet.
Went right underneath us.
That was a big one.
Man.
Let him get away. Slow down.
Hey, Greg.
Grayson, why you let him get away?
Hey, I ain't let him get away.
Walk back to the landing from here.
Hey, he jumped before we got near him.
There you go. Look at the camera. Turn your light off, my. There you go. Woo. Good job, Grayson.
See that thing?
We didn't let that get away. Let me see you smile. There you go.
There we go.
Here's a big one.
There.
It was, I get paid when they get paid. I should have known better than to come opening day with the black cloud.
Can't blame it on me, man. The high water. And you still making a movie, though. Look at the birds. Look at the birds, John.
There you go.
Yeah, beautiful birds. You can start to see a little wildlife. Thing. It almost looks like a dog.
Oh, there's a freaking water moccasin right there too. We catch him too.
Watch him. Let me see.
Where's he at?
Let me see them all.
There you
That's
go.
a good job. The tree hit me.
There you go.
Tree hit me in the face, you did it.
Hey, you stole it from the state?
Yeah. No, I was about to grab the snake too.
Let me go side frog. Hold on. Let's look at it.
Oh, he just pissed all over me. He just pissed all over
Don't
me.
let him get away.
Nice.
Hey, put it. Put it. Look at me.
That's a frog right there.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
We'll fry them legs when we get home.
On to the next one.
Grits
there.
and eggs. At breakfast.
That's breakfast. Little frog legs and eggs, huh? Great. Give me a knife. And in a bucket.
Got it? Yep. All right. Oh. Got it. Hold the sunlight on. Hold the light. Hold the light. Ah, man, look how big that thing got. Hold it.
Yeah, boy.
Bet him. That's bigger than the one you missed.
Yeah, no, I definitely made up for that one at least.
All right.
All right, hang on, boys. Drive did it again.
Get a shot to them. Where'd Brett go?
I think over there.
Mr. Time Man, I want to compliment you. Did a great job with that pull drive. You know, having two motors, one in reverse, you did a tremendous job. You brought them kids on it, right on them. We got 6, we saw 7, we got 6. High water, you know, you accomplished what you wanted to do, right? You wanted to scout, you didn't know what. We went to one landing and you couldn't get in there, it was closed. You rode. 3 hours, we ain't got but 6 frogs, but they're big. You accomplished what you wanted?
I did accomplish what I wanted. We found out, you know, what we're looking at. You know, it's going to be high waters everywhere. You know, we just, I don't know how this season's going to pan out. It might be November before we get some low waters to get out here and really frog.
I think we might make it to August.
You think?
Yeah. But last year, you know, you coming here, you fished at the frog tournaments, and you told us earlier you 1,100 frogs last year. I want to thank you. I want to thank you too. You don't forget. You brought all the Coca-Cola products, and I want to thank you for calling me. Opening day of frog season, 2019. This man here loves the frogs and a lot of other things, but I'm gonna tell you what, he's a frog man supreme. I thank you and your boys. We had Blake and we had Grayson. We ain't got a man on camera right now. He might become a pretty good cameraman. We got Brett Walsh on it. Thank you, Brett. Y'all watching Paradise, Louisiana, and I promise you, ain't gonna get much sleep, but we accomplished that. I don't want to hear about black cows. You know it's gonna be tough when we come.
It's always tough with you, Gary.
It's all right. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. Hey, you tell any of your people out there if they want to go frogging, you know how to get in touch with me. I love to do it.
You can
and
call me.
I'll bring anybody that wants to go.
Well, you call me. That means give me first shot.
Yeah.
But don't call me until you know where the frogs are.
Yeah. Well,
that's the deal.
Well, it's going to be a challenge for a while, and but it's going to pan out, and we'll get out there and we'll start catching
Next
frogs.
time, bring some snacks. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana. Jack Miller's opening day of frog season, and like he said, let's say a prayer when they open them locks on June the 6th. We're gonna have to wait and see. June 6th, that's D-Day, ain't it? That's it.
Yep.
Good luck.
Thank you, Gary.
Fish like a fanatic with the latest generation of Revo. Built on corrosion resistance and comfort. World-class adventure awaits with Revo. Abu Garcia for life.
that double. Gotta go for that double. Go for your double. Go for the double. Go for your double. One for double. Get it, Jack. Get it, Jack. Come on. You missed it. You got away. There's a frog. That's it, Jack. All right, one bullfrog coming up. To be delivered for Jack. There you go. Sneaking up. Looking at me. Wow! He got it! He snuck up on him and got it. Good job, Jack. World Jack. Good job, Jack. That's a big one. That's a big one. Put him in the sack. There he is. One frog coming up for Jack. There. Jack. Oh, Jack's going to get it. Boom. Hey, long range. They keep the light on, James. Good job. Pull across it. Someone pull across it. I got that one good too. Watch yourself, folks. Good job. Good job. Come on. Yeah. Mike, drive up a little bit. You got him? Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Got it. Get it, Jack. Get it, Jack. Oh, man, that's good. Hold the light. Hold the light. Head first. Come on, Jack. Come on. Boy, yeah, that was cute. Get it, Jack. Oh, my God. You had that, Phil. That was a good catch, boy. Even though you didn't get it. Go, I see the gun. I got it. Okay, move, Robert. Move back, Robert. I'm gonna get him coming up on the boat. Come on, get on the boat. Get on the boat. All right. Look at that. Look at Jack. Get him, Jack. Look at that, bro. Really got him. Jack got him, baby. Come on.
Benny's Unlimited Wash Club memberships start at $14.99 a month. Wash, rinse, and repeat every day. Join Benny's Unlimited Wash Club at one of Benny's 7 locations.
The perfect event calls for the perfect spread of authentic Cajun cuisine. And Catering Cajun has the planners, packages, and chefs to ensure your event is long remembered. For weddings, corporate lunches, or anything in between, give us a call.
We have been given a gift. These trees, this water, these people. This is the Atchafalaya, America's great swamp forest. It's one of the world's most diverse ecosystems. It's home to a uniquely American culture, and it's a place as strong and as beautiful as its people. Yet it is also vulnerable, a complex system that's been cut, filled, shaped, and changed by man so much as to put its future in jeopardy. But that future holds promise. The Nature Conservancy's Atchafalaya River Basin Initiative is engaging our strengths in partnership building and science to ensure that the Atchafalaya remains a magnificent American landscape. We're using restoration to protect habitat for fish, wildlife, and other species that depend on the basin for survival. We're relying on science to guide our efforts and ensure this important work is done the right way. We are working with the community, calling on generations upon generations of expertise, knowledge, and experience to ensure that some of the most important voices are heard. And we will share this place with partners and friends so that others may experience the Atchafalaya and its connections to Louisiana, the Gulf of Mexico, and the country. For the protection from floods, for the jobs it creates, the drinking water and home it provides to people, plants, and animals, and for its sheer beauty. The Atchafalaya, this heartbeat of a unique American heritage and culture, is ours to protect, to restore, and to share.
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
My neighbor Tony, he looked at me and said, "Man, you're crazy. You're about to leave out in this weather." And I said, "Sir, I have a tag fish to go catch."
I won this beautiful boat catching a tag redfish in Venice, Louisiana.
There's 100 redfish waiting. It all starts Memorial Day weekend. Sign up today.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. We got our tournament and rodeo report coming up to you. Let me tell you what, we're a little bit late. We had a good report come from Chad Horsog over there on the North Shore. The last tournament, May 26th, the Lions and Lunkers held. It was out of Crawford's Landing on the West Pearl. The winners were Barrett Brayson and Daniel Schomer. They weighed in 12.36 pounds of bass. The second place went to Charles Dozat, fish by itself. It weighed in 11.10 pounds. Third place went to Eric Seco and Chad Livingston, who had 10.36 pounds and had the day's biggest bass. They weighed in at 3.41. That next Lion Lunkers tournament will be coming up on June the 30th. It'll be at Pools Bluff in Bogalusa. That'll be the last points tournament of the Spring Series this had, and the teams that fish at least 3 of the Spring Series tournaments will qualify for the Classic. The Classic is July 28th at Lock 1 on either side. For more information, you call Chad Hartzog at 985-502-3217. Thank you, Chad. Keep up the good work with that. Keep us posted. Now, another bass tournament. Every Friday night, the river has gone down, is open, a bunch of fish caught. I'm surprised. I don't know if I missed it, but I didn't get any pictures. But these are the winners of the last Friday night tournament at False River, thanks to Stormy Daniel. First place is Kyle Bazron and Ryan Bazron, 14.5. You know, 5 fish, that's pretty big. That's a 3-pound average. That's pretty good, unbelievable. Matt White and Connor Russian had 11.86, also big bass at 4.06. Third place was Ron Wachowski and Henry Newchurch at 11.70. Fourth place was Mark Juneau Fishing by itself, 11.39. So that's the report on that one. Now, let me say this. Toledo Bend. I was going to be in a fishing report, but I got a few reports, and it always clear was in the paper. Taylor Dean and Heath Pinnell and a couple of these guys are going to another national tournament. I'm talking about the college series. Taylor Dean is a good friend of mine, Cranford and Heath Parnell. They come in the 8th in that big tournament, and plus they had big bass. And here's a picture that Mama sent me. So y'all got some more information on the college circuit, just send it to me. The big bass, seeded big bass splash was the last couple of weeks in Toledo Bend. Toledo Bend already, and they gave out their awards. They had 30 10-pound class lunkers, and people got their replica. 10 in 11-pound class, 1 in a 12-pound class, and 1 in a 14-pound class. The 14-pound fish is in 11th place to the top 100 on Toledo Bend Lake. So that's tremendous what's going on. They also got a tournament. It's ongoing. It's running. This is some of the, look at the logo or the pamphlet on it. It says Free No Man's Land Fishing Tournament from February 15th to October 31st. It's fishing anywhere in that area. You want any questions about it, you call the Toledo Bend Lake Country Sabine Parish Tourist Commission, and they'll give you. Upcoming events right now. CETO, the people that's, I call it AAA of the water. Redfish Cup, June 7th and 8th. 7th is the captain's meeting. Our good friend over there at Lost Cajun is going to be cooking, and all the captain's meeting in Hopedale Marina. They'll be there. The Redfish Cup the next day, the 8th. A bunch of people fishing that. Sort of in a mix between, they used to have the Tito Redfish Cup and the Louisiana Sportsman's Cup and all of them, so get there. Swole Fest, where I'll be, if the good Lord's willing, it'll be running from June 5th, where the little party Wednesday night. Fishing starts Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I think the fishing starts Wednesday, but they ain't gonna have a weigh-in. The weigh-in's gonna be from 4:30 to 7 p.m. Be at Sand Dollar Marina and also the Grand Isle Pavilion, right there by Sand Dollar. So that's a big one. If you want to see me, that's probably where I'll be. I hope to get to go fishing again. Them guys have been putting me on trout. Maybe I can get Wayne Stabler to take me out, and I might make a little offshore. So, but I got to make sure I get my permit. I try to do it electronically. I'm a brain dead. I'm a computer illiterate. So when I leave here, I'm going to go get my offshore permit. I got my license, but I'm going to get my offshore permit. And you be sure and get yours too, because If you looked at the paper this past Sunday, in the Advocate, Joe was saying that a lot of people they've been writing tickets. So for over the limit and not having that permit. It's a free permit too. Dreams come true. They got the shooting clays in Maurice. This 34th annual, they have it over there. We gave a fishing trip away last year. They guys are gonna be taking it next week, but it's a fun shoot. It's more of a festival. They're gonna have a live auction, a lot of the silent auctions. There's a lot of things going on. Food is outstanding. That's June 8th. That's in Maurice, Louisiana. Again, I told y'all about my buddy Taylor Dean and them. Congratulate to them guys that are fishing it. Two big events coming up. First off, the Ride the Bull is open now. You can register at CCA Louisiana. Ride the Bull, the biggest kayak tournament in the world. It'll be coming up in August, so registration's open right now at Ride the Bull, CCA Louisiana. The Morgan Spillway, that is the big, big news coming up. It's affecting frogging, people's livelihoods. Everything is coming up. That's going to be through Thursday, June the 6th. It's scheduled. They pushed it back from the 2nd to June the 6th. Some changes might be made between now and then. I see they had some, the river was falling up north, but all of a sudden, Arkansas and Ohio and all the people are getting rain again. So keep a close watch on them, especially those that your livelihood depends on it. Make a comment when you need to. Let's see what's going on. Let's say a lot of prayers. That's what I'm saying. So that's all the news report right now. We'll be back real short with the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report.
Benny's Unlimited Wash Club memberships start at $14.99 a month. Wash, rinse, and repeat every day. Join Benny's Unlimited Wash Club at one of Benny's 7 locations.
There's no better way to cool down this summer than with a delicious thirst-quenching Polar Pop Cup from Circle K. The Polar Pop Cup is the coolest way to beat the heat. Fill your Polar Pop Cup up with the flavors you crave and crushed or cubed ice. Nothing stays cold longer, so you can stay refreshed all day long. Stop in Circle K today for an ice-cold Polar Pop Cup. Polar Pop Cup, only at Circle K. Take it easy.
Welcome back to Superior Bait and Tackle. This is the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. Let me start off with the big guy, Toledo Bend. By the way, if you want to get an up-to-date report, you can also go and look up Toledo Bend Country, or you can go to Sabine Tourist Authority, and you can get all these same reports. Big reports coming from Joe Jocelyn. He puts a report on there all the time. In the bass right now, still in the shallow water, but they're still moving out depth. They catch them on top water early in the morning, or sometime if it gets cloudy or the weather looks like it's going to fly, they're catching them in the middle of the day on top water. They move in that shallow water, but right now they're starting to go to the deeper patterns are starting to work. They're fishing Carolina rig and drop shot. Some of the older type way they're doing it, they're fishing. The crappie fishing, George Jenny and these guys, Tater Reynolds, it's unbelievable what they're fishing right now. They're fishing more, about 26 to 30 foot of water. Most of them on live shiners, not. Let me tell you what, they catch a few on jigs, but most of the fish right now, again, I'm telling you, live shiners. An old secret I learned last year, instead of using live shiners, I don't tell you don't go buy shiners, but the guys are catching their own shad. A shad, just like you do pogies, and when you go down to to Grand Isle or in saltwater, they finding those pogies, they throw in their net. It is unbelievable. The best bait I ever seen in the world. So, and for sac-a-lait, under the bridge, up and down the lake, that's the way they're catching it. More information, go to Lake Country. Toledo Bend Lake Country, go to their website, and they got everything down there. Sabine Parish Tourist Commission. I told you about those big old, all those big bass, 42 of them, and that's down a little bit. But they already done start counting. There's still been some fish over 10 pounds. Let me go over here. I got my freshwater report. False River, boy, has that been hot. You see they're catching fish at night. They're catching catfish. It's unbelievable. My nephew and them have been catching these catfish with these traps. We catch them with traps, and it's unbelievable. They're legal. They got their license. I think you got to get a little bit different license than they're doing. They're putting these flat traps out, or even these net, and they're catching catfish. It's unbelievable. But they also catch them on shad or live bait or trout lines, but they ain't riding reel. They just biting everywhere. And Lake Verret, that's another thing. Catfish right now with the river up, you can catch them on the levee, you can catch them in pits, you can catch them anywhere you're going. False River is so hot right now. You see these pictures of brim. These brim are, they call them old river brim because they're so big. And coming out of there. This is Jeff and Wendy Robillard or Robillard. In Point Coupee Pass, Robillard. Well, they are caught them on crickets. The bass fishing them at night, fishing early in the morning, they're fishing jerk baits, they're fishing the piers, they're fishing spinnerbait when you can find a little grass. This is what I hear. So that's where it is. Also catching, like I said, catfish in the Zalmas. They're catching sac-a-lait in the Zalmas. They're catching brim in all those areas right now. The Zalmas is been the hottest place for the last month and a half, 2 months for sac-a-lait. But don't give up on the marsh. Now that they got that gorge in place, make a trip out around Bayou Black in those areas, some of your old haunts that you caught sac-a-lait. If you get around pinching, you look for the grass, okay, in the middle of the canal or on the edge, and throw that jig with a cork right up against it. So keep it up close to the glass. Now, I got a report from Mark Navo, fishing Bayou Liberty. The first one report I got, he had 20-something. It's just in a couple hours. He said he got his crickets from Bayou Adventures, and they told him to get out there. If you look at Pearl River now, see these reports, these bass 3 weeks, all these bass tournaments coming out of Pearl River? It is muddy. I passed it the other day. It was just unbelievable. But they're catching fish. I live right there. I've been there 3 years. I'm waiting for somebody to take me in the Pearl River. I have never caught a bass out of Pearl River. I've caught it where it hits the lake. I've caught bass. I've caught redfish. I've caught trout. I've never been there. Somebody please take me to Pearl River when the water gets right and let me catch some bass. And I promise you I won't go back, but maybe 3 or 4 times. So I think that's good. Now, we go to Shoreline Division. I think that's all the freshwater I got. I told you the spillway is unbelievable. I asked Wayne Murray, he come in here. He said, don't ask me. I don't know where to go. If you want to head north, and those landlocked, you go to Lake Bruin, Lake Concordia, Lake St. John, all those lakes around Alexandria. Lotto and them are all full, but you heard that before. Everything's flooded, but they were still catching them sac-a-lait with those spider rigs. So that's another place to go there. But any of your closed lakes or ponds or lakes or whatever, you think about it, that's where you need to go, especially in the north part of the state. You forget about the Red River and them right now. Chaffalaya River, Mississippi River, unbelievable. Don't forget, I remind you, say a prayer. This thing's getting ready to it's already serious, getting ready to get worse. Now, Shoreline Division, we're going to Delacroix. it's unbelievable about how the redfish will bite them, and then one day you get water clear up and they're catching speckled trout. Now, the Delacoe, here and Stacy Fortina, she's getting ready to fish that redfish circuit. Here's a big redfish she caught on a pink, a tink Berkeley ripple shad. She's fishing this weekend at the Redfish Cup in St. Bernard. Lake Catherine and Captain Clint DeOrmus and all those captains right now, they're hurting the redfish. No trouble to get a limit. They're still waiting on the speckled trout. Hadn't seen them come in yet, but Clint sent a bunch of pictures, and you see from small to large. Well, last time I was there, we caught some, but we caught an unbelievable amount of redfish that were too small. Island Marina, go see the stewards, go to any of those landers right there and ask them people, say, where the fish coming from? And live shrimp is the key, live shrimp. Dulac, John Bernard, live shrimp. Him and his friends were down there, and Dulac, look at these redfish. Cocodrie, the Cocoa Camp, Red Oak, Dwayne Chapman, my buddy from Minden, and his grandbabies, Julia, Georgia, Owen, and Waylon. Here's a nice catch they got. Oh, they were there last weekend. When I'm saying the feet. Now, people catching redfish everywhere, but Captain Greg DeGrease and some of Tofield's and them captains, they're running. Now, I hear Tofield, he ain't sent me nothing last week. Tofield and that plane trips have been catching some pretty big trout. And you got to catch the wind just right, but then catch it. But Craig DeGrease, Mark Parker, and his grandson Logan, beautiful trout. But they ran from Lafitte to the north of Grand Isle, live shrimp, one more time, live shrimp is the bait. Empire, the Bourgeois and Old Lynn, I just showed y'all, I didn't tell y'all about it. But here they were fishing with live shrimp and plastics. They were fishing plastics now. Some of them were double rigged and they were down. I think they were using a matrix shad. Here the Old Lynn and the Bourgeois clan. We showed that picture, I'm gonna run it again. These coming out of Empire, not leaving David O'Lynn's camp. Delacroix, again, hit or miss. Tom LeBlanc sends us that report every so often. This is a bad report. He sent a picture of his buddy and him sitting in the camp drinking coffee. They had 5 trout or 3 reds, 5 reds and 3 trout. That's a long day, and that's not a good day. Again, we're gonna go out to Grand Isle, get ready. Grand Isle, Leeville, and all in that area right now. The rocks behind the island, the barges are still paying off when you can go there. Don't let them swells scare you. You might have to get on the backside and watch how you're doing. You know, if the swells are coming in and it's not real windy, they're not that bad. Till maybe a shrimp boat will pass, you might get one bad one. Just be safe. Live shrimp, live pokers, you got to catch your own pokers, you ain't gonna find them. And even on some cockahos in the back. And if you go in the back around Devil's Bay, and those areas where we fished a couple of weeks ago around those islands, and that's where you can go. But Tommy Vidrain, you saw that video, he sent me pictures all week. They are still catching fish at the barges. And not just Tommy, but other guy that wanted my social media, Brendan them, he was there with his brother-in-law earlier in the week, Wednesday and Thursday. Beautiful catch, and they all came from the barges.
Day 4, right at 4-3 and 3.854. Beautiful fish, Jordy. You having a good time? We slamming them?
A blast, smoking them.
Smoking them at the barges, man. We got some good bait, some nice shrimp, some pogies, and show them that box, Jordy. We're gonna get around here and count these fish in a second. Make sure we're not over the limit, but we got some beautiful, beautiful fish. A lot of big fish in there. The bite is on. If the wind stays down, Grand Isle is on fire, and that's all I got to say. 2-aught kale hook, a zook rod, 7-foot rod, and some good bait, and free lining, baby, free lining.
Before I forget, the condolences. to Chef KD and his family. For both the Diaz and the Landry family, what a loss. He lost his mother during the week. There's nothing worse than losing parents, but it's always nice when they suffered and we know they're in heaven. Also, I attended the funeral of Coach Otis Washington. I don't know if he was a big outdoorsman or not, but he was a very close friend, and he was one of the legends that I enjoyed being around. But at his funeral and at the reception after, I can't believe how many people, St. Aug graduates and all the people that played for him, they come up to me and say, hey, where the fish biting? Or told me stories about how they are catching fish right now from Slidell all the way to Lake Charles. So it was heartwarming, and what a legend. So we want to say goodbye to Coach Otis Washington and condolences to his wife and family.
This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K, Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Louisiana Fish Fry Products, Demco, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.